Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Maharaja, supposedly a classic from 2004, 16 years ago. Yup. Let's go to the Kickstarter highlight reel. Few problems with this game. Retailits. Sorry, this is the Premier League of board games called Kickstarter, and you're not a legendary game designer in this league, I'm afraid, peeps. Oh, it's even worse than Retailits. There's controversy over this game, and hands of what looks like a vampire. You can see what I mean, these are demons. If you want to research yoga, problems with yoga in the Catholic Church, okay, what is the other controversy? Well, 2004? That's 16 years ago. I'm guessing this is week T, because this is my first impressions of this game. But let's see if I can pick apart what it could have if this is a real Kickstarter. It's got 2,700 backers. Wow! Ridiculous joke of a goal. That is ridiculous. This is the change of rules. You've broken the game. So it's basically become a racing game. It's not the point salad. It's not the area control. That was the Spieleshara nominee. Huge map board. If that was true, if it's huge, it has to be over a meter. Look at this box. This looks like a Kickstarter box here, right here. You mean acrylic pieces? That's a Kickstarter word we're looking for. Acrylic, that's a nicer word to put than plastic. Could easily be upgraded to miniatures where you've already been green lit by the publisher. It's not a true Kickstarter. And this huge box compared to the one in your video looks half the size. 8-fold. 84 centimeters. So if I said to someone, can you just tell me what this country is? How many would say India? The art obviously is well done. It's disgusting thing. I mean, guy with 4 arms, demon. Guy with an elephant head, demon. Woman with six arms, tongue out, skulls, demon. Guy with a monkey head, demon. Are they all the same? They've reused the art for every character. Let's go up to They have. Look, this is sheer carbon copy laziness. How dare you come to Kickstarter with this? Oh, this is acceptable in the retail space, but not in the Premier League of Kickstarter. Get out of town. Totally be UV foiled with gold simmering edges around these. That would look great. That would look incredible as a miniature. Are you kidding me? That the art has a whiff of the noughties. The French neo-renaissance that is going on. Art that's coming out, the new painting style for board games is exquisite. And this isn't the same. Like, we are beyond this word plastics. I'm going to keep banging that drum. I do apologise if it's driving you crazy. Telling me an elephant miniature with a Maharaja on the top. Oh, no, I don't want to see this. This is going in the wrong direction. Spot the difference. Longshore, well, who are you? I never thought I'd hear this, but Contact Easter. Me away, they've not even tickled me at all. They just look flat. Meet the designers that didn't work on the game. Did these people work on this new version of the game? I don't think so. The rulebook's not even there. Are they going to surprise us with an add-on for miniatures to get rid of these temples of poo-poo? You could have done this so much better. Retail game, isn't it? Yeah, this game has problems big time. Oh my goodness. My own personal problems. Old owners. The owners of the original have problems, and it also has a Kickstarter problem too. Lots of problems. It's got retailits, a big sickness that'll be as big as COVID-19 in the Kickstarter space this year probably. Well, anyway, let's go to the Kickstarter to see what all the fuss is about right after this important message from the studio. Kickstarter Radio 102.4 does not stand still. It is constantly evolving. Our Saturday show has just been upgraded to the newest, skinniest version, where we only look at the games we covered in the week in a new, skinnier format. Also, our live show on Sunday has been trimmed off the fat too, and we look at games that we could not cover in the week that are full of promise too. And also, we will be covering all the interesting and cool games that are worth your attention, so it is worth subscribing to this channel just to see all that we offer. So why not subscribe and make this channel even better, as we have a ton of social stretch goals, so this channel gets bigger, better, and better for you, the viewer that loves Kickstarters. So if you're bored of retail, this is the YouTube channel made for you. Now here we are, Maharaja. Now, I'll get it out of the gate first of all. There's a few problems with this game. One, it is retail-itis, big time. Yeah, it says legendary game designers of the past of retail. Sorry, this is the Premier League of board games called Kickstarter, and you're not a legendary game designer in this league, I'm afraid, peeps, so you'll be judged at your credit. Hold the phone, what? It's been redeveloped by Simon Luciani. You mean Simon Luciani, the guy from Barrage, has run out of ideas, so he's now redesigning this game from these guys. Oh, it's even worse than retail-itis. Oh, but is it a carbon copy takeover? Well, no, it's not. There's controversy over this game. There really is. Now, the first controversy for me is the fact that India is polytheism. It believes in multiple gods, but in Catholicism and demonology, these gods are demons. And we can see here this green woman tongue out a barrage of skulls around as a necklace and hands of what looks like a vampire. You can see what I mean, these are demons. And according to demonology, having such artifacts in one's house is not a good omen to have at all. I won't go more on that. That's my own controversy, is I don't like the polytheism and the spread of the demonic from this game, totally. And interestingly, if you want to research yoga, problems with yoga in the Catholic Church, yes, you'll find that people doing yoga to represent these gods, demons, are seemingly having problems, yes. Yoga with the Catholic Church, if you're interested. Anyway, what is the other controversy? Well, the other controversy is the owners of the original game that have come here. Now, first of all, this is a 2004 Spiel des Jahres nominee, so even when it comes to board games, nominee, we don't really these remembered nominees. It says, okay, it was already, it says, an elegant and stimulating game, yet this new edition has improved with huge gameplay enhancement by our resident game designer. So this potentially means he was tasked to do it, Simone. It's not that he was lazy designer, he just was tasked to do this, which is something a bit different, but yeah, it's this idea of the gameplay's been enhanced, which is problematic with people of the first game from 2004. Now you think 2004? That's 16 years ago, so this is a relic. This is a relic. Now it says, when I say retail-itis, one, it's only appealing to those perhaps that have the old game that want to upgrade. Secondly, because of the conventions this year, we are seeing cancellations of the convention, so we are expecting games to come on on Kickstarter, and the first example is they only have social stretch goals. Yeah, and they're already saying that it's Kickstarter exclusive from the box. Now it says you're getting a set of tiles, and we'll see that this is week T. I'm guessing this is week T because this is my first impressions of this game. It was voted by the team here when it came out, and they wanted my cast iron opinion on it. They thought everyone would be interested in it. No need for enhancement stretch goals, right? No need. But let's see if I can pick apart what it could have if this is a real Kickstarter as a real stretch goal. Now, at the top, it's got 2,700 backers. Wow! Medium campaign, 14 days, and a ridiculous joke of a goal. That is ridiculous. This is what I mean, retailiters. They don't even need to pass this Kickstarter. It's coming out whether you like it or not. It really is. Now, how much is this thing? Early bird at 40. Now, you'll have missed that if you'll have missed that if you're watching this video now. You know, our next social stretch goal at 500 subs will allow you to get these when the day they come out, so you can actually catch the early bird, pending health and all that jazz and COVID-19 infection that I came off recently. Check this week on from yesterday about that. I go into a little bit more detail. Okay, so 45 euros, that's 50 bucks. So it has a retail price, and if you're getting a pimped up edition of retail, it's around 50, I'd say 50 euros. Now, the quality I'm looking at here, it doesn't look high quality, does it? And, it's a bit of a shame, because it might look beautiful, Now, one of the biggest complaints from the old people is the change of rules! You've broken the game, I'm not pledging it, This is what the complaints are about it, is because it's basically all you need to do. It's not an area control game. It's not a point salad game. It's a racing game. It's a racing game to build the most temples across the thing. That's what this game has created. Because if you get 7 temples, you win the game. So it's basically become a racing game. It's not the point salad. It's not the area control that was the Spieleshare nominee. So it has changed the game. The genre has changed because of this dynamic, and there is a huge rally around. Can you print off the original? Can we get the original rules to work with this new edition? Because coming out the gate, you've got the new ones. So I don't understand this then. It's like miscommunication completely. And we'll see, because if this Kickstarter does not come out with the original rules as a legacy rule set, then it's classic retail-iters, which means not listening to you in the comments. It's already gone through. It's already past its thing. It's not going. I mean, look, this is not coming out for another year. Hey, all right. If you're one of these protests in this game, please come in on the minimum pledge. This side thing's so annoying. $1 minimum pledge and get requesting this, because it's not such a extreme thing to get. Is it legacy rules in the rulebook? All right, from here then, these mats here, I understand these discs come off, which is for the hidden thing, which is nice. And you have these markers here, which are the temples, and these little ones are your shrines. I know this much. They say a huge mat board. If that was true, if it's huge, it has to be over 1 meter. I would say it has to be over 1 meter. And this box they've got here, let's just have a look at this video. Ooh, that's so loud. Is that my speakers? I don't know. Oh man, look at these demons. Keep going, near the end. Yeah, go on. End. Here we go. Look at this box. This looks like a Kickstarter box here, right here. This giant box. Look at it. Now, that does not translate to this box here, which looks little. So I like this fat box. I don't like this little box. And I mean, I don't like this box art because of the demons on it. Why don't you just have the Taj Mahal there and left it at that? Moving on. Now it's coming with plastic game pieces and not too concerned. In fact, plastic game pieces is a bit non-Kickstarter language, isn't it? You mean acrylic pieces? That's a Kickstarter word we're looking for. Acrylic, that's a nicer word to put than plastic. I don't know if this is true. They could have left this as just card. And I can tell you now that the shrines, that these little cute things here could easily be upgraded to miniatures, where you've got your own individual shrines and temples. And if they've got to have this flat footprint, this rectangular footprint at the bottom, doesn't matter. The miniature can still have a flat bottom. So this is lazy design. This is what's the maximum we can pimp this out for €50? No, because Kickstarter's where miracles happen. People will pay $80 for with miniatures in a game. You look at Kanban EV, that had miniatures for cars in it, and that was upwards of $80. So you're coming in here without realistic Kickstarter goals, and the reason is because you've not come in here to kickstart the project. It's not getting kickstarted. You've already, look at this, 100k. You've already been green-lit by the publisher. So you're not setting lofty goals. And trust me, if this gets, it's already got over 2,000 backers. This means that the company is getting profit, which it's not turning into making the Kickstarter better. It's going into the publisher's hands. This is why it's got retailitis and why it's not a true Kickstarter. Anyway, they're doing social stretch goals only on Kickstarter. This is how they're claiming that it is a Kickstarter version. You're not getting a Kickstarter box. And this huge box, compared to the one in your video, looks half the size of the one in the video. And 30 centimeters, which is not as long as a full-size keyboard. It's not that big, is it? And huge here is definitely not. I mean, huge compared to what? You put the word huge to a Gloomhaven-sized box. Anyhow. Now the map here is 8-fold. And you can see here it's only 84 centimeters, so it's not got 1 meter yet. But it is linen finished. 2mm thickness, that means 0 edge wrapped. Now looking at this board here, I don't identify that as India, this map. I really don't. It's like a zoomed in part of India where it becomes I mean, it could just be a map of Italy. You've got the Alps up here and this is the boot coming down. Like, I don't actually understand this. If I said to someone, can you just tell me what this country is? How many would say India? Now, the art obviously is well done. It looks very, very well stylized. You've got your demons looking like they are horrible. They're all horrible. And you've certainly captured that disgusting thing. I mean, guy with 4 arms, demon. Guy with an elephant head, demon. Woman with six arms, tongue out, skulls, demon. Guy with a monkey head, demon. Now these player boards here, the actual looks like a little house, massive house. An Indian mansion maybe. Are they all the same? They've reused the art for every character. Let's go up to the... They have. Look, they've all got purple curtains in their boards. They've all got the same door design. This is sheer carbon copy laziness. This is one of my pet hates. That's disgusting. How dare you come to Kickstarter with this? Oh, this is acceptable in the retail space, but not in the Premier League of Kickstarter. Get out of town. Out. Relegated. You've come up and relegated in your first showing. Ugh. Now, these action discs could totally be UV foiled with gold simmering edges around these. That would look great. I don't like these pastel colours. Look at that pastel pink. Ooh. The green is too much of a soft green. I don't know why they've gone pastel with these colours, but yeah, that could definitely be pimped up. These are the things that could be just left as card standees and totally miniaturized. I don't know, maybe there is a mini add-on. That'd be interesting. Here's the card with the Maharaja on the back of the elephant. That would look incredible as a miniature. Are you kidding me? That was the best you could do! Now, it looks like these shrines have got a different shape to them, so there is a little bit of individuality with these. This one has a little nipple as it goes up here. This one is like a shrine you might see in a church, classic one. This one's just rounded, and this one is between a rounded one and this one here. So they are a little bit different. The shrines themselves look just the same shape, and the buildings here do look very similar also. So you're missing a step here, and this could have totally been miniaturized. And even if it was carbon copy miniatures for the blue team, you wouldn't have minded if it was different than the red team. It doesn't make sense to do this if you know. Anyhow, 16 character tiles to make the game unique. This is classic symbolism that we're seeing from the noughties game design, and yeah, I mean the symbolism that you're getting here, it's not something we're seeing in Euros on Kickstarter, so it's a little bit of an old thing here. The art has a whiff of the noughties in it here, where it looks like the art could have been a lot better if it was, you know, done in a modern painting style that we're seeing with, for example, the French neo-Renaissance that is going on. You look at any Mythic game, you look at any Akima game, you look at any Holy Grail game, and you'll see that the art that's coming out, the new painting style for board games, is exquisite from the French neo-Renaissance. And this isn't the same. It isn't the same level. It's not the same league. It's below it. It's an art style that would have been acceptable in the past, but the art style, the 2D painting style bar, has been risen by those said French companies. Now the final scoring tiles here, which is again, more symbolism. And just having a white background, I don't know if I like these. Mix them up to have your own variant. Remember, this has become a racing game. So, all play pieces are full plastic. What does that mean? There's different types of plastic. We are beyond this word plastic. Solid and beautifully engraved. They've engraved it. You see, the more love and attention you put into these demonic artifacts, the stronger it is as a demonic item in your house. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep banging that drum. I do apologise if it's driving you crazy. Okay, this is the prototype and a 37-minute video of this thing. Yeah, so we're seeing the different shapes here. I mean, they look okay, but a miniature would have been fantastic. And, I mean, you already know that a miniature here would kill these completely, and this one just looks so not interesting. You're telling me an elephant miniature with a Maharaja on the top? Oh. A production blog. No, I don't want to see this. This is going in the wrong direction. It really is. I'm sorry. You can see the engraving a little bit different here, but yeah. I'm guessing the shrines here have a different chap on them, or is it the same? Am I going to give it the benefit of the doubt? Is it the same? He's got like a necklace here. I'm guessing that's a necklace. This guy, does he have that? It's very, it's like a guess, spot the difference. No, it is exactly the same. That is horrendous. The shrines look the same. Oh, man. For production, we've partnered up with one of the best board game manufacturers, Longshore Ltd. Longshore? Who are you? I never thought I'd hear this, but contact Easter Miniatures from China. They do miniatures. I don't know. It's up to Easter to remind us that they do, the 3D printing techniques or the die-cast techniques are getting better for Easter, and hopefully they knock us out of the park with the next generation of miniatures from Easter. That is a complete aside. That's got nothing to do with this Kickstarter. Woohoo! Language is coming out of the box. Even Korean. You can see the push of the legendary designers here as it went across the whole world. That's pretty interesting. The pledge early bird. Now the early bird should have been 72 hours. It's difficult for peeps to get videos out on your early birds, and really you've got to give a couple of days for this. 1 day early bird really stinks, and we really want this to improve on Kickstarter to give us at least 48 hours maximum if you're going to do this. And we don't like early bird prices. It's actually better if you early bird something individual with the box that becomes an add-on later. That's a potentially better version of an early bird. But hey, this is suffering with Kickstarter retailitis, so if you're a Cranio veteran early bird, this is different. You get 96 hours. That's only if you've pledged previous campaigns with them. So you can get all this for $35 if you're a Cranio veteran. So there you go. Cranio are doing it in 96 hours, but only for the fans. The rest are paying €5 extra, and the retail price that you're getting. Kickstarter price, standard price is €45. Access to the pledge manner. It looks like you're going to be able to get other stuff from previous Kickstarters, including these nice, is it a wooden barrage rondelle here? I can't remember what these are, but yeah, so even if you don't care about Maharaja, then perhaps you might want a $1 pledge then to get some upgrades for your previous games with Crania Kickstarters. Okay, the social stretch goals then. Kickstarter exclusive are 2 more. This is super lazy. This is the kind of early bird thing that you could have brought in and then added it on for €3. I mean, it's neither here or there, is it? A Kickstarter one you may have done would be a more feminine colour. You've not got pink or a purple. That would have been nice as a Kickstarter exclusive colour. Anyhow. Oh man, they're doing social stretch goal where it's like a quiz. Oh. You know, a social stretch goal is actually, we want you to go on your social media and promote our game. That's what a social stretch goal is. Having a little game on your campaign is for what? That's not bringing new backers to the game. So this is more of a social quiz that you've got on. It's a quiz stretch goal. Now this is a stretch goal. Get some fans on the BGG, which we've been banned from, and of course this is already unlocked. BGG mainly highly focused on retail. Now, this one's 150 hours played on tabletop. This one's already unlocked. Wow. This one's been interesting, isn't it? So yeah, these stretch goals, as they're calling, don't blow me away. They've not even tickled me at all. They just look flat. They look uninspired, and I don't think people are going to be rushing for this Kickstarter exclusive stuff if they miss the campaign. And meet the designers that didn't work on the game. Did these people work on this new version of the game? I don't think so. The name's on the box because of the Spielersjahre. And Simeon here, he's the guy that's been working on it at Crania Solutions. So there you go. It's modernized up and it's changed. It's changed it. Changed the game for the worse is what some people believe. But it is interesting if you could simply change the rule to a legacy rule. Not only would you have your racing game, but you would also have your the other thing. What's the other thing? Yeah, area control, area control, and point salad, which this game isn't pushing. Alright, this is like videos of the gameplay, and I'm guessing this is important because it's different if you're coming in and wanting to upgrade. Now, Radho here, he'll tell you the rundown of the changes to it, which might potentially offend you. And, you know, those people that had this game were looking forward to this, and maybe only a small percentage of them are complaining, but, you know, a lot of these people that are backing this are coming from retail space, and it's at the retail price of, you know, less than €50, and yeah, it's coming in. Here we go. It's the wooden wheel set. These are the add-ons that are coming in from the other games. Well, there you go. All right. Well, I can say that I'm not impressed by the the rulebook's not even there, which is an omission, and it really should be there. Kanban EV, they put their rulebook up, which was, you know, Kanban EV was coming into Kickstarter and did what it could. It did what it could for Kickstarter, even though it had a bit of retailitis. It had a bit of suffering, Kanban EV, but it pulled out at the end to be a good Kickstarter. This one, though, is it going there? I don't think so. Are they going to surprise us with an add-on for miniatures to get rid of these temples of poo-poo? You know, that is who your competition is. Kanban EV, that was pushing out €100 Euro game. You're coming out here with a half that, and really, if this is an update of an old game that you're calling a classic, you could have done this so much better. Individual player boards, UV gold spotting on the discs, individuals minis for the sculptures and the temples, new updated painting art for these characters, and a massive board game, a possible, you know, if it's that size because of the size of the box, make the box size the one you've got in your video. And also, if you don't want to do something bigger like this, then neoprene mat it. Kickstarter people will buy neoprene mats. This is what Kickstarter's about, is pimping it up out the gate. And yeah, you've got these coins here, and you're telling me you couldn't do metal coins for these? You've got metal coins for Barrage, but you thought, no, I will not put this in. Maybe they'll add some add-ons later for this. You're just going to have to see. And the box could definitely get an upgrade. I mean, look at this gold edge around it. That could be UV spotted. And the Maharaja logo here could definitely have some UV spotting on it. So that's the realm of Kickstarter stuff that would at least medicate some of this retailitis from it. But there you go, Maharaja. It's blowing up on Kickstarter, but it's a retail game, isn't it? That's here, and it's not doing anything to sustain its Kickstarter welcome. So I'm sorry, Maharaja. I'm utterly disappointed in what you've done here. It's a severely lack of ambition, and you know, this could have been the retail. The Kickstarter should be different. Ah, well, there you go. Maybe next time, Simone Luciani? Next time? Who knows? But if there's one thing to get more people in this game, it's the legacy rules. Bring them back, please. So well, with that bombshell, you've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.